The floor is yours, Mr. Deepak.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Welcome, Amir, Sankaran, Sumed, and other people who will be joining shortly. So today, we are here to help entrepreneurs. Now, ultimately, being entrepreneur or people who want to be entrepreneur, definitely they go through a lot of, you can say, challenges inside first. Challenges outside can be overcome, but it is inside, which is in your control. And we are going to talk about those things, how you can go to next level. Even if you are successful, there are better possibilities, bigger possibilities. And by raising your awareness, so me and Mohammed, you would be sharing some information which has changed our life. Like me and Mohammed, we were doing something different few years back, but now what we are doing, we are working on our passion. Same thing, you also will be having some passion. So let's start with introducing a little bit about ourselves. So my name is Deepak Badra. I live in Dubai since last 21 years, more than 21 years now. And the first 30 years of my corporate life, I have spent in air conditioning, HVAC. So earlier I was giving comfort to human body. Now I'm giving comfort to human mind. And I'm enjoying that. I help in mindset development. I'm certified consultant with Bob Proctor, which is Proctor Gallagher Consultant. And about HVAC, I told I'm a founder of Abundance Living. And yes, much more than that, I'm becoming better person every day, better human. So better father, better husband, better son, and better me. And that's what we are here. So now I will ask Mohammed to introduce a little bit about him. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Because I lost your voice. No problem.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm similar to Deepak. I came from a corporate, been working more than 25 years in corporate, plus some entrepreneurship. I'm now going through with my passion to be a success and mindset conditioning advisor, where I help really entrepreneurs and individuals to create a business of hassle-free. I went through all my experience setting up companies, starting up, running these companies. So I know how that really pressure that comes to our mind during the running of our business till we reach what our goals is really a headache unless you start understanding your mind and how to overcome this and get control to your life. You will be still in a struggle, not able to achieve it. I'm a certified business Procter Gallagher consultant with more than 30 years experience in executive sales leadership. I'm also the founder of Quantum Results. I am a father of 4 kids, very proud for my family, for what I achieve. And really, I give all this thing for Bob Proctor and his institute because it had really changed a lot of my life and my family because of this material. I'm content that we will be happy, me and Deepak, we will be sharing with you today. Now, maybe if we can ask each one of you before we go through the slides, if you can come and introduce yourself, your name, what you are doing, and what is one thing you'd like to take away from our discussion today. So maybe Shankara.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity, Sabri and Deepak. Well, I'm an IT entrepreneur, and I was having major challenges in how to start the organization or how to go with the leads or from the marketing one. And I was completely lost. Rather, I was not having the confidence to start it. Although I started my company before even I got to know about Bob Proctor and all. But yeah, the materials of Bob Proctor really helped me a lot. And with this session, I wanted to know how I can better myself. So learning is not it's a never-ending journey. So I wanted to understand how I can better position myself or how I can improvise myself.
Excellent, Sankaran. Thank you.
Yeah.
Amir?
Hi, my name is Amir. Actually, I am here in Dubai for the last 12 years. So I'm civil engineer by profession. I work for a company as a project manager. And my objective of attending this session is to understand, because now at this stage in my life, I want to start up my own like business or company where I can provide this consultancy service on my own. So basically that is my objective. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
Sumit.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Sumedh Agarwal, and I stayed in Dubai till 2018. After which I'm back to India. I'm a management consultant by profession, working mostly on development assistance projects for Asian Development Bank, World Bank. In Dubai, I work for Diva. I'm a proud father of 2 kids and have an opportunity to stay with my parents, my father and mother. And really, I enjoy those moments. One takeaway which I would like to have from this session is what thing allows anybody to work and live better?
Absolutely. You'll find there's some solution for that during this event. Yeah.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thanks, Sumit, for sharing this information. So we'll go to next slide, Mohammed.
Yeah, let's go to the next slide.
Okay. Yep.
Here we're always talking about goal setting. And you see this slide, maybe I can spend then Deepak weeks talking about it, about the importance of goal settings. Why? Because sometimes you've been running with issues, you don't know what is the reasons. Like people, they say they procrastinate. I always procrastinate. And I always come to people, do you have a goal? And because if you really have a goal, then you know where you are heading, then you have a sense of urgency to make it happen. So this is one aspect of having a goal. You will have a direction, you will have a set of priorities, how you can organize yourself. Also, the interesting, when you set a goal, you will notice, and maybe some people who already is working on their goal, I know Mr. Shankran is the one who's working on his goals. Now you start seizing the opportunities. Opportunities will come in front of you and you grab it. But if you don't have any goal, then many opportunities on a daily basis will come to you and you will miss it because you don't know exactly what you want. And here, Earl Nightingale, he said that success is the progression towards a worthy goal, which is something you are working towards to try to achieve it. And every day you're working in it, it's a success by itself. Having a goal, if you are having a goal, you are a lucky guy because you are one of those 5% in the world who has goals, because only 5% of the people or less have goals.
Yeah, absolutely, Mohammed. It is very true that it says only 13% people they have goal, and out of that 3% are having written goals. Yeah, so it is so powerful. Yeah.
All right. So if we go to the next one now we come to ask always, how do results happen? You know, we create results and we don't know how they are really created. So are they just happening like that, or there is a process behind it? So you need to understand, and each one of us to have to understand, must know 2 things to create the results. Does anyone knows what are these? What are those 2 things? Anyone would like to know, to share what are those 2 things that you need to know to achieve the results you want? Simply, they are where you are and where are you going. This is really critical. It is so simple and obvious. Yeah, I'm here. I want to be an entrepreneur, or I want to achieve certain targets, or I want to get an alignment. So the goal is really, you know exactly where you're going. But the question always, why are so many people stuck? And the more you think about it, why I'm really stuck? I know what I want to do. Maybe that dream for being an entrepreneur. I've been working like Mr. Amir in projects for a long time. I have this dream always coming to me to have my own business, my consultancy business. But so I know exactly what I'm going, but why I am stuck? Like many, I have many goals and I'm stuck. And some people think the problem is really in the goal here itself. Where it is, no, it is where you are. Where you are currently now is what is holding many people. And this is something we talked about more about the paradigm. So does anyone knows what is paradigm? Anyone would like to share? I mean, we can have it an open discussion.
Yeah, interactive. Yeah, we can have a little interactive.
I think, can I say something? This is
Yeah.
Sumit.
Yeah, Sumit, yeah. Yes.
Okay, so for me, I think the paradigms are like there is some functional fixedness in your mind that this is the way it will always happen. There is certain set of belief or something in your subconscious mind which you feel it is fixed. That is for me is a paradigm. Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
You're correct. Yeah,
You're
we'll
correct.
explain more about it. And here, why we are highlighting more about paradigm, because unless you start changing and working your paradigm, nothing will happen. And we will elaborate more now. Deepak will elaborate more about paradigms and what is holding people back. Yeah.
So paradigms, like, say, to explain paradigm in a easier way, it is one type of knowing and doing gap. Now, we know a lot many things. Like suppose Amir is civil engineer, Sankaran is in IT, Sumedh, you are into banking, I believe. So we know many things because we see other people also being succeeded. We see other role models who did same thing what we are doing and they got success. So knowing part is not missing. What is missing is doing part. And that's where the paradigms comes into picture. So everybody like will have some kind of knowing doing gap. Maybe some people will have very wide knowing doing gap. Some people will have narrow knowing doing gap. But when we bridge that gap, results will change. So it is one type of paradigm. Now, knowing is conscious mind part, doing is subconscious mind part, which we will discuss during this presentation. But unless we don't know mind, we cannot understand paradigm. So definition of paradigm as per Bob Proctor is what we learn. It says it is a mental program. So what Sumit says, that is the fixation of beliefs. Yes, it is true. It's a mental program. Now every device is like we are using this device like mobile phone, tablet, laptop. There are programs, correct? There are set programs, and we never question that if we input something, we'll get output. Same thing, our programs, our paradigms will give the same fixed set of results. So it says it is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. So what you said, Sumit, it is true, like it is habitual behavior. And almost all our habitual behavior, all our behavior is habitual. So 90% of activity, what we do in a day, the time we wake up and go to bed, you just put a conscious thought and you will see that maximum things are automatic, like driving. Now, when first time you learn driving, it may be a difficult task. Maybe you have to put a lot of conscious attention to many things. Now, I learned on manual car, so I know that it was difficult. I have to put attention on front, on side mirrors, on rear mirror, and then clutch and brake and accelerator, and again holding steering. And if I recall that, and now it has become subconscious programming paradigm. It is my paradigm. Same way, the food you take at your home, the language you speak, these are all paradigms. For that matter, even our belief about many things, belief about money. Now, maybe in our home at early, you can say brought up, maybe our parents would have told that be satisfied with what you have. Now that will not help us, that belief, when we grow up, when we have big desire, but that desire will be limited by those beliefs. So those beliefs play a role. Like, imagine that you have a, say, luxury car, say Ferrari. Now Ferrari is having, say, ability to go up to 300 kilometers or 350 kilometers. But if that Ferrari speed is regulated, say, for 100 kilometers, now whatever you do with that vehicle is having ability to run at that speed, 350. But if it is regulated by that device, regulating device, it will not allow that to cross more than 100. So same thing paradigm does in our life, self-limiting beliefs. Now we know that sales is required in everything. Whatever activity, whatever services you are giving is a sale. But what are your beliefs about sales? So all those things, beliefs, are like, it works as a regulating device in our life. So unless we don't change paradigm, nothing will change, what as Mohammed says. And to be able to shape your future, you have to be willing and able. See, we are able to change everything. We have all the ability, like whoever we are on the call, we have similar ability. It's a willingness. Now, when we answer this both two right, then we can change the paradigm. So ability and willingness, you need that. Now, willingness is not a wish, it is a commitment. Yeah. So these are some of the areas which paradigms affects. So Mohammed will share a little bit on this. These are this area covers entire life. Like, if you give conscious thoughts on these areas, this will cover everything, all your results, or even in one area also, if you improve, you will see the change. So Mohammed, if you want to take from here.
Yeah. So these are like some examples of the paradigm. There are many, but this is an overall. And we need to be careful about sometimes our own beliefs or what we are telling ourselves. I'm always hearing people, I'm procrastinating, or I have a fear, or. So you need to change what you are telling yourself, because unless you change it, nothing will happen. It's like an inside belief. For example, your perception, or let me say use of time. Many people, they know that I don't have time, I'm always overloaded, I cannot do many things. However, if he change his belief or how the way he organize his time, you cannot manage your time. You can only manage your priority. Let's say you start switching that. When I start my day, I start with the most important thing in my list, then go to the list, and so on through the list. This change of your belief, you will find out you will become more productive. Your productivity will immediately go up, and effectiveness. The day will finish and you see you had achieved many important things in your business, in your work, that you never thought. And it's only a single small belief that you change will take like a quantum changes in your results. People sometimes undermine the paradigms, but it goes in every part of our life. So what, as said here, beliefs are what you believe forms your reality. Like working hard to earn money, be smart to earn money, or money is the root of evils. And so this is how your relationship with money, unless you start changing it, nothing will happen. You will be still stuck in the way. Also, for example, some of you already, if they like Sankran, he already started his entrepreneurial business. Amr will start, maybe Somed will in the future. Unless you start building that belief you are from now entrepreneur, it will not happen, because always something in your mind will tell you, no. let me be stuck in my job. My job is 9 to 5. I have a fixed income. I don't want to take any risk. And this is we all went through when we start changing, going from my corporate job to what my passion. I had to build those and to change my own beliefs really to start getting different results. Next.
See, yeah, just to add, Mohammed, in this, like one part is logic. Suppose if you go back 115 or 120 years back, when flying was not possible, people thought that anything, any object, anything heavier than air cannot float in the air. Now that was a belief because nobody tried earlier, and people have accepted that logically it is not possible to fly. But then when Wright brothers, they come up with this idea and they worked on it. But what they did, they raised their awareness about universal laws. And then now we never question that flying is possible or no. So that logic, which was illogical, maybe 120 years back, it is logical. We know that, yes, flying is. So same way, if you say mobile phone, like maybe 50 years back, we were used to landline, but now everything we can do with this. So something was illogical. With perception change, with new inventions, it has become logical. Yeah. So we'll go to next one. So think about one area when you change, life will change. So the question will be how you will change the paradigm. So paradigms, like say, are so, it is ingrained habits. It is part of our, you can say, it's a programming. Now to change the programming, there is no conventional way. There are two ways. One is, so what paradigm is a multitude of habits that is ingrained in our subconscious mind, that resides in our subconscious mind. You must change the paradigm in the same way as it was created. So paradigms are habit, correct? And habits are based on doing repetition of something, like driving. When first time it was experienced was difficult, second time, third time, and now we never question. So it was created by repetition. So it can be changed by repetition. So through the repetition of information, like say we are writing, suppose maybe you are writing left hand or right hand. Now try writing with opposite hand, maybe half page every day. Initially your mind will say, no, it is difficult, I cannot do it. But when you do for say 21 days or 1 month, then you will see the change. Why? Because of repetition. Now we are walking, correct, every day. Now when we were born as an infant, we had no ability to walk. But that time our clear goal was to walk and run. Now in that process, we fell down many times, but our parents never stopped us because they knew that it's a part of process. To walk, we have to fall. But when it comes to real life, we give up actually easily. There is a persistence missing. So do something repeatedly. That is one way. Other way is emotional impact. Now, normally emotional impacts are negative. Suppose what has happened in last 8-9 months, many people had their negative impact, correct? Even people who are holding very high positions, suddenly they come up through some shock. They were not prepared for it. And they didn't knew what to do in this situation. And then they were searching for a job. They were willing to accept even 1/4 of what their compensation was because they were not prepared. So that is mostly emotional impacts are negative. So it is a changing paradigm is doing things with repetition, constant space repetition. And by understanding your subconscious mind, you can do it. Yeah. So that's how you can change habits also. Many times people say that changing habit is very difficult. Habit is paradigm. Many people make New Year resolutions. They give up in 2-3 weeks. Why? Because it is paradigm. It is based on self-image. So this is what the information which we are sharing can help you to bring permanent changes and big changes, not temporary change and small change. Yeah. So to understand paradigm, we have to understand mind. So Mohammed, you can go on mind.
Yeah. Now, so the question would be asked, how does the mind look like? Why we are asking how the mind look like? Because if you know that all your results are created through the paradigm and the paradigm is part of our mind, we need to see what the heck is that mind, how it does it look like. because once you understand how the mind is functioning and each part separately, then you need to know, you can understand what is the root cause for creating that results and how I can alter it. So there is a diagram of Dr. Thurman Fleet where the big circle represent the mind and the small circle represent the body. And the body is mainly an instrument of the mind. It takes instruction from the mind. So whatever the mind gives, the body will execute and act. And there's two parts of the mind. The upper part is the conscious mind, which is connecting with the outside world. And the subconscious mind is the inner mind, which is all your paradigm reside. Now, if we go to and the body, as we said, is the instrument. Now, here's the mind, and this is an important one. Maybe you will see us all the time sharing this one because I use it on a daily basis. I feel sometimes stuck. I need to understand where is the problem coming from. So that two parts and the upper, those there are the antennas that we can hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. So if you can maybe go the next one. So this is the antenna. These are all our input data where we get data from outside world. The problem, and this is we are always missing, that we are always living and controlled by the outside world. And this is how we were raised, that whatever we see, we analyze and react. However, we need to understand now the conscious mind, if we want to explain each part of it, it's a thinking mind. It is your educated mind, and it is your intellect. Now, whereas the subconscious mind is your emotional mind. This is where all your feeling, all your paradigm. Now, the conscious mind, you can choose, accept, or reject. Like what we are sharing today with you, you have a choice either to accept or reject. And I'm always telling people, listen carefully, do not reject, do not accept, just listen, and maybe you can consider whatever you want. And if you reject it, you don't like those ideas, or anyone is proposing to you, the nice thing, your mind has the ability to originate. So if that situation you are living in, you're not happy about it, you have that creative power to originate new ideas and start working on it. Now, the nice thing about the subconscious mind, that it must accept any ideas you repeatedly planted in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind must accept it. It cannot reject, because this is how it is designed. And it cannot determine the difference between what is real and what is imagined. Let's say you can tell her, repeat to yourself, I'm rich, I am rich. The subconscious mind doesn't know that one. It will accept that one, and you will see yourself, you start acting and behaving like that rich person you're looking for. Now, there is another part of the mind, which is our mental muscles. And here, those mental muscles, they are really so critical, and they are a key in creating the life you want. These muscles, people, sometimes they're using it, sometimes they don't, which are imagination, intuition, will, memory, reasoning, and perception. Sometimes, most of the time, we are using reasoning because we're doing a lot of analytical based on the life we are having. Now, if you start using and understanding how those mental muscles functions, and you start creating the solutions you want, rather than relying on the current situation, this is where you start seeing a different results. You create an idea, a solution you want, and you start planning that, okay, I want to achieve that goal. And this is how we need to start working. We shouldn't start working from seeing only what is outside and being in a reactive mode, but we need to be in a responding mode. So you will see more that the subconscious mind, if you go to again, that the subconscious mind has, this is where all our paradigm, and you will find out that 96%, you look on your current results, 96% of your current results are really coming from your subconscious mind. You look on the whole day, what you are doing, taking decisions, driving your car, eating, washing, cleaning, and so on. 96% of what you are achieving is really you're doing it in an autopilot. So in a way, and what is this autopilot? This is your paradigm. And this is where when we talk about if it is paradigm are creating 96% of my results, so this is a good point. I need really to understand how to alter it and start creating the life I want.
Yeah, absolutely, Mohammed, absolutely. Like say it is says something which controls our life, something which controls our action and behavior. And unfortunately, such things are not taught in the school. It's really unfortunate. Do you agree with this? No school teach anything about mind, anything about paradigm. I studied in engineering. My engineering college never taught me about this. They even didn't teach me about how to earn money, how I can become rich. They gave me information, but nothing about the gifts which we already have. We have 6 gifts which Mohammed has listed: imagination, intuition, will, memory, reasoning, and perception. But we have to learn, like see, unless we don't learn these, what happens? Now, everybody, like if I ask people who are on the call, do you have big dreams? So Amir says he wants to have his own business. Sankaran is already on entrepreneurship journey. Sumit was in Dubai and he wants to grow again in his business. So we all have dreams. And unfortunately, based on our circumstances, we don't have all the answers. We are ignorant about many things. So what we do normally, we start settling down with logical way that, okay, this is possible for me. Maybe I accept 10% growth, 15% growth, 20% growth, but we never think about exponential growth. Now, on this call, if I want everyone, all the attendees, to think exponentially, suppose your results, you want to change by 400%, 4 times, how your life will be different. But then your mind will say that how I can think about this when the entire world is going through this pandemic, businesses are affected. It's better to be safe than sorry. So it means you are ignorant about that, correct? Even what if I tell that what you want is already there in the world? It's there. See, once you create a picture in your mind with your imagination, it means that creation has happened. So Amir is in civil engineering. So Amir knows that when any creation happens, first that happens in the mind. Now, as an architect, as a civil engineer, he will be doing this on regular basis. Suppose a client wants to build a building or wants to build a villa, and that client will give idea to Amir that Amir, I want this building. I want you to be designed. So Amir says, okay, what is the plot size, where the plot is? And he will ask that, okay, this is what I want, this way I want building, this way I want my villa. And that picture transferred to Amir's mind. And Amir has started preparing a drawing. That creation's process has happened. Now, physically it has not happened, but that things have started, creation process has started in the universe. First in the mind, second on the picture, and then third on the physical level, manifestation. So then contract will be awarded to contractors and then they will build. And that's how any creation process. I live in Dubai since 21 years and I have seen Dubai transformed, not changed, transformed. Something was not there, it is there now. So anything you want is already created. But if you are ignorant, what will happen? If suppose your dream is not allowing you to sleep, but you don't know how. So you will have worry and doubt, correct? Worry and doubt is negative thoughts. See, now here we are talking about left side, which is ignorance. Now, if you want something, but you don't know how, you don't have answer, what you will keep thinking? You will have doubt like, okay, is this right dream? Am I asking, am I expecting too much? And then you will have doubt. Now, doubt is a thought. But as Mohammed says that if you continuously impress your thought upon subconscious mind, and subconscious mind has no ability to reject it. So negative thought will go in subconscious mind and it will turn into fear or any negative feeling. So which are those negative feelings? Fear is one of that negative feeling. Frustration is negative feeling. Uncertainty, disappointment, anger, all those are negative feeling. Now, whatever is impressed upon subconscious mind will be expressed as vibration to our physical instrument, which is body. Now, the moment you are having negative feeling in your subconscious mind, it will be reflected on your body as vibration. Because body is the instrument. Whatever command comes from mind, body will follow. So what is negative vibration? Negative feeling turns into negative vibration, which is called anxiety. Now, can anyone of you connect with this? What information so far I'm sharing on this diagram? That negative thoughts become negative feeling, become negative vibration. Anybody wants to share something on this? Have you ever experienced this?
Oh yes, very well, Deepak. I think I can connect with whatever you have said till now.
Yeah.
So you can proceed.
Absolutely.
That's fine.
Thank you. Yeah. So anxiety. Now see, anxiety, what you do normally? Do you express anxiety with your loved ones? Will you tell your family that no, I'm feeling anxiety? You will not, correct? Most of the time, you don't want them to get the pain. You don't want them to worry. Yeah. So people suppress anxiety. Now, anything you suppress, like even suppose there is a spring and you suppress the spring, and when you release it, what happens? It explodes, correct? It jumps. Same way, when you suppress anxiety, it will turn into depression. Suppression turns into depression, and then depression turns into disease. So what is disease? Your body is not at ease. That is what disease. And that leads to disintegration. Now, this is by remaining ignorant about ourselves. Now we know, like, see, we know about our profession a lot. Like, we have 3 different profession people, Amir, Sankaran, and Sumit. Like, you will be knowing a lot about your profession, but how well you know about your mind? How well you know about paradigms, self-image? So unless we don't know this, and we have a desire, we don't get answer. So there is a law of universe called law of opposite. Everything is having opposite. So opposite to ignorance is knowledge. It's like, say, going from dark to light. So just take example that if you are coming from outside late in the evening after having dinner, and you entered your home and there is a dark, home is dark inside. So what you do first thing? Anyone? It's quite simple. So
Yeah, switch on.
Switch on the light.
Switch on light, correct? We never fight darkness with darkness. We always fight darkness by light. But here what happens with ignorance, we still fight with ignorance. Now, opposite to ignorance is knowledge. So what happens when I'm talking about this knowledge. I'm talking about knowledge of universal laws. I'm talking about mind. I'm talking about paradigms, self-image, which we never learned before. So I'm talking about switching from that ignorance to knowledge. How it can come? It can come by study. Now, when you do study, you will get understanding. So now if you pay conscious attention to these words which I am shifting, ignorance opposite is knowledge. Worry and doubt opposite is understanding. So you are thinking with understanding that yes, I have all the talent and ability. Whatever I want is already created and I deserve to live best life. God wants me to live excellent life. And I have faith as against fear. So opposite to fear is faith. So faith is a feeling. Fear is also feeling, but both you can't see it. Faith and fear both are invisible. It's what you believe in that will take you to next level. So next level of faith is well-being. Now, when you are well-being, definitely you want other people also to get that feeling. So what you will do, you will express it. You will share it. That's what on the journey me and Muhammad are. We found this wealth of information from the same source, and we are on this journey of expression. What happens? Expression, acceleration. You are growing every day. You are becoming better person in awareness, and that's what the journey is. Your body will be at ease. And then you are creating your own life, you are creating life, people around you, then community, then your city, country, and you are expanding. So this is like, say, this diagram, when you understand mind, now this is suppose same model. Now these are the senses, what you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. So these things connects us with our outside world. But 95% people, they are living their life with these senses only. So what happens? They get information from outside, which is say COVID, bad economy, no growth in the job or business. That information goes here. Correct? That's what subconscious, this conscious mind is. It collects information from outside, maybe from your present result also. It goes here. But here you have 6 gifts. You have imagination, you have will, you have reasoning, memory, intuition, perception. These 6 gifts. You will ask yourself, okay, this information I read in newspaper. This information came from my friend. But is this information helping me? If not helping me, what Mohammed says, conscious mind is having ability to accept or reject. Now, when I develop this mental gift, I will reject it. It is happening outside. It's fact. It is true. But should I allow my thoughts to be controlled by that? So then your conscious mind is having ability to originate new thoughts, originate new ideas. Now you can originate your dream. Why goal is required? That's where your goal will come to your rescue. Am I right, Mohammed? Goal is required for that. Absolutely. To overcome what is happening around you. Otherwise, we will be influenced by external circumstances, external results. So when you reject that idea and originate and keep thinking about that idea with faith, that idea will become your new feeling, your new paradigm. So subconscious mind has no ability to accept or reject. It has to accept whatever is impressed upon from here. And your body will immediately be in action of what you allow here. So if you see this diagram, this is the best thing I have learned actually. Whatever steps I have taken, I was working in corporate at very high position. When I decided, I had a lot of fear also. But when I understood this, that this is the process. You cannot avoid fear, but you can always overcome with understanding. So you can see that understanding will help you to overcome the fear, cross the terror barrier. So we call this term as a terror barrier. Now, whoever are doing something new and big, this has to happen. Even Bob Proctor says that if he decides something big project, he faced terror barrier, but he knows he's having understanding how to overcome. Yeah. Mohammed, I will hand over to you about this.
Yeah, just one comment to mention about that diagram. I mean, you're absolutely right. I love this diagram a lot because whenever I have a negative feeling, I look back on this diagram and I can tell it goes back to the root cause, which is the ignorance. And the only way I can fight and overcome it is by knowledge, studying and understanding. So if you're facing any fear or any anxiety, just stand and be silent for a moment and look at it and see what is causing that one in order. And the only way is to overcome it is to study. So there's a different ways. Some people, they said, I don't know how to be an entrepreneur because one of the people who registered, one of his issues that I don't know how to start up. You don't need to know how to start up. There's a way you can study, you can get other help people, but it is, you need to understand what is going inside you. Once you understand it, and by studying, you start building that faith and confidence inside you. So now to the next slide, Deepak, which is at the right time. Always people, they said, yeah, but I'm waiting, this opportunity, I'm waiting for the right time to do this thing. I'm waiting for the right conditions to do this thing. And so wait a minute, there is something wrong. Why? Because you are always at the right time. The only thing you are missing is your awareness, which is your ability to enjoy the good life is dependent on your level of awareness. And in the beginning, when we mentioned, if you set a goal, you will start raising your awareness because you start seeing and you're always at the right time. It never be tomorrow or after a year or when the pandemic is over. You are now at the right time to start enjoying your good life. And this is how you need to focus more on raising your level of awareness. So I know people will be asking, okay, how shall I expand my level of awareness? And this is important. Simply, it's so simple. People sometimes miss it. It's by effective education. And how you do it? You combine it with a professional coaching over a reasonable period of time. You will start expanding your awareness and improve your quality of your life. And this is how I did, and maybe Deepak and other people did. Normally, how we start expanding our level of awareness? We need to study. And the good thing, if I have my own mentor, someone who already been going through the same experience I'm looking for, same knowledge he's looking for, similar to me, he will shorten that time for me. And this is how I start raising my level of awareness every day to see if things are possible. At the beginning, when I was setting any goal in my life, it was like impossible. What the heck I'm talking about? And by studying, having an effective professional coaching, this is how I start raising my awareness. For example, some people knows that I'm running, and the day I started at a later age, at 49 years. I wasn't fit. I didn't know how to do it. So what I did, effective education, look for a professional guy who's doing this marathon thing and start working together. This is where I raise my awareness that I can really help people. And this is in anything you want to achieve in your life. This is how you start expanding your level of awareness. So now, if you go to the next, Deepak.
Yeah.
So this is how, if you assume that your level of awareness is small and you really expand it, let me say, you double your awareness. You know how to do it. You know how to attract clients. You know how to set up companies. You know how to do marketing. You know how to develop your sales skills. See how your life will totally be changed. And this is when we talk a lot about raising your level of awareness. This is how start creating a difference in people's life. So for the next slide, this is one of my clients, Deepak. Yeah. This is an entrepreneur. He is an owner of hashtag. This is a drugstore. This guy, he was year over year making a 10%. And he want to make a quantum growth in his company, but he was really struggling and being poked with many daily challenges every day. And he didn't know what to do and how he can overcome that and start growing his business. So when I start working with him, the first time when I start, and this is how me and Deepak always, we need to understand people, what they want. And we want to make sure that they really stretch their goals. Because we're not talking about, I want to do a 10%, so I'm doing what he's doing. That guy, he want to do a quantum. So I said, you need to stretch your goal. He initially put it at 50% and was reluctant. I said, no, you need to double it. He was shocked at the beginning. But what happens, we work together where within the first 4 months, he managed to double his monthly sales. Because what he did, he mainly raised his awareness. I showed him through steps how he can raise his awareness and awareness of all his team to start achieving the results. And along, we start building the team harmony and alignment. And this is important. If you have a team, you should have a harmony and alignment. In addition, he managed during the pandemic to lead the market. He became the market leader. Earlier, he was number 2 in the market. Now he is leading the market during the pandemic. And lastly, he is now expanding more to go for a 300% growth, because he believes what his awareness and knowledge he has about the mind and how it functions can get him the results he wants. And now he's not only on a local basis working, but looking for a regional expansion.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very impressive, Mohammed. And I will share one of my client's experience. Like, his name is Vilas Bakshi. He lives in Dubai since, again, same 20 years. And I know him from many years. He was already successful in his corporate life. He is still, so you can say, part-time vice president. He was full-time earlier. And he wanted to start his own business. He had some passion. He had some desire, but some fear was holding him back. He says, I have worked throughout my life in corporate. What if I make a change? I have school, college going children. I have family responsibility, and I'm unable to move. So when I sat with him, this is what he was having fear. Even he was having ability. He has big successes in his corporate life. He worked with international companies, German company, and many other companies. And issue was he was having security mindset, and he wanted freedom mindset. So he has gone through the same journey with me on thinking into results. And what has happened then? So he has managed to open 2 new businesses, one in Dubai, one in India, which he never thought maybe 8 months back. He never thought. And this has happened. And when he has made a decision, and after that this pandemic happened, so he was again a little bit stressed that did I make a right decision? He has proposed his corporate boss that I will help your company, but not as an employee, as a consultant. So he had some negotiation with company, and he managed that security part also, but he was free to work on his own dream. So in 6 months he has started 2 businesses. He lives on his dream. He's so busy now. Earlier he was thinking that what he will be doing. He's having freedom mindset now and getting better results consistently, not one time. And now I am telling you this because I have gone through some changes myself. Like, see, I wanted financial freedom. Now, I was not aware what financial freedom is. But last year I became financially free. How? Because with the help of mentors, with the new level of understanding and learning. So I have 2 main mentors, Robert Kiyosaki and Bob Proctor. So from Robert Kiyosaki, I learned strategy, financial literacy, how money works. And from Bob Proctor, I learned about mind. When I mixed both strategy together, the magic has happened with accelerated speed. And that's what I help my client and Mohammed and me, we are on this journey. So yeah, this is what, like, there are many success stories. Like, okay, because of limitation of time, we are not sharing all the success stories, but Mohammed, you will explain on this, or I will explain. I have something to share on this.
Yeah,
so
if you can.
This quote, yeah.
This is
so
nice.
now see, this quote is from Buckminster Fuller. Now Buckminster Fuller, both of my mentor are mentored by him, Buckminster Fuller, and he was like a best thinker and architect. Now, if Amir search his name, he will find. He says you never change things by fighting the existing reality. Now, just take fresh example of last 8-9 months. Many things have changed. Doing business have changed. The way of doing business has changed. Even for that matter, way of coaching and mentoring has changed. Now, what we are doing online is acceptable model. Even schooling, 10 months back, teachers, they never expected that this kind of drastic change is going to come. Model has changed. Now, to change something, build a new model. Now, many people are fighting with their old model. Still, they are fighting with existing model. They are having victim mindset. They are complaining that because of COVID they had, because of their boss they had this, because of economy they had these challenges. No, we have ability to change the model. Make a new model that makes old model obsolete. So see, this is his model only. Like, now if you say this like, you can say this looks like COVID, but this is not COVID. I am having this since last 2 years. So now if you see this place, now in this there is very limited space. Now there are very limited possibilities of anything because this is too congested and crowded. So this may be old model of people's doing business or living their life. Now, this is the new model. Now, new model, you see a lot of space, possibilities, time, resources, everything. So it's just a matter of changing the model. And when you change the model, how you can change it? By changing your paradigms, by understanding your mind, by accepting that, yes, I deserve that good life, by accepting that, yes, what I want is already there in the world. It's a matter of raising my awareness and being in right place and right time, and being aware that I'm in right place, right time. Many times people are not aware. Even opportunity just pass by them, but they are thinking about old belief that it is better to be safe than sorry. So this is what we are here to help you. Mohammed, you will go on this.
I mean, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah.
ultimately, like say, it is decision. Everything, whatever our results are based on decisions we make. Now, let it be good decision, or not making decision is also decision. So decisions are very important things, and unfortunately, again, our education system don't teach us to make decision. So when time comes to make decision, what we do? We ask other people, we ask our friends, we ask our relative, we ask our family, and we follow their advice. Now, your dream is different, their dream is different. Your understanding is different, their understanding is different, but we don't make decision. We have to develop that decision. Instead of thinking what worst can happen, think about what best can happen. We have a choice. So worst, best, there is a law of opposite. Think that imagine that your dream, what you want, is already manifested by making some change, making a new decision to change. Yeah, how you can change it. So that's what system we are helping people. You need a roadmap, correct? You need a roadmap. See, we are using GPS every day in our life. Any place we want to go, which is a new place, suppose, we use GPS. What we do, what GPS helps us? GPS maps the route to us, and we just follow and we reach to the destination. What about our dreams and goals? Do we have that roadmap? If you don't have that, this is the opportunity we are offering. We'll not share much detail about the program. But before sharing the detail about program, we want to understand you. We want to understand your needs, where you are, where you want to go, what is holding you back. But there is a system. You need a system. You need like raising awareness, how you can do it by professional coaching with reasonable period of time with mentoring, correct? That's how you can raise your awareness. So this is what it is. This is the program. So just for information, it is called Thinking into Result. See, ultimately, everything is thinking. Now, if any of you have heard about the book called Think and Grow Rich. Now that book doesn't say work and grow rich. It says think and grow rich. Now, pay conscious attention. Are you thinking from your present results or thinking from the result you want? So the decision, if time comes, from where you are making decision. You are making decision from your present circumstances or the circumstances which you want. Both way your decision will be different. So this is like a instruction manual for your life. I can simply say, because this has changed my life. I'm not talking something, or Mohammed is not talking something from the air. It is our experience. This learning made me financially free. Now, everybody, first question I ask them, they want to be free from financial worries. How beautiful it will be if you are free from financial worries. But yes, you have to do something differently, which you never did. And that's what we want to discuss with you. Book a discovery call with us. We will share our contact details on this. There will be a Calendly link and our contact number. Reach to us, and even see, for that matter, share with other people also. Everybody needs this. What me and Mohammed and Bob Proctor we are doing, everybody needs this. Nobody will say they don't have a big dream. Nobody will say they don't live, or they don't want to live better life. But answer is not there, so people accept the way they are living. Now you need to find that way. We are providing this. We are both based in Dubai, and now there is geographical limitations are not there, so we can help even if anybody is there anywhere in the world. This is the beautiful system Bob Proctor has developed since last 60 years, and that's what we want to discuss with you. So book a discovery call. So I will stop my slide sharing.